name is Mazi Afam, Osigwe, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. I'm the president of the Nigerian Bar Association. I always like to note that if most of the public discourses we have, the outcome of them are implemented, Nigeria will be a much better place than it is. Today's program focused on fiscal responsibility and the need for the different tiers of government to be financially accountable and also enforce different provisions of the law in that regard. And I think that if we're able to do this, we make for national development. We plug all the loopholes and wastages we have in our budgeting process and procurement process. And Nigeria will be a better place. And money meant for the public we use to put in place infrastructure and better the lives of our citizens. My message to the president is to always prioritize security and welfare of the people and ensure that wastage is eliminated in governance. And that government does its best to ensure that there is financial prudence and that we observe all the laws that make for a better society.
This is the president of the Chartered Accountant of Nigeria. This is very timely so that in Nigeria we can now be more transparent and accountable in our public sector management. My message to organizers is to implement whatever recommendations that is arrived at this conference. My message to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is to continue the reform agenda that he has in public sector accountability management. Nigeria is to support the government of the day to ensure that we have limited democracy.
My name is Margaret Okuntala. I'm Engineer Margaret Okuntala, President of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Well, I think it's high time that the government started thinking seriously about fiscal responsibility and accountability, because without accountability there can be no development. The citizens need to know what is happening, so that means there must be transparency and there must be a lot of integrity put into whatever government is doing. And it's only through this kind of conference that we can bring to bear what is happening and what needs to be done to ensure fiscal accountability. Well, to the organizers, I will congratulate them for the idea in the first place and for bringing together great minds to discuss the matter of fiscal responsibility. And I will say kudos to Mr. President for his reforms and the renewed agenda. Aligns perfectly with Mr. President's agenda. And we, on our part, are pursuing engineering excellence to ensure that we take seriously the issue of national development.
My name is Mazi. I am the Director of Policy and Research at GIABA, Intergovernmental Action Group Against Money Laundering in West Africa, the ECOWAS body that is in charge of monitoring money laundering issues and terrorist financing issues across West Africa and 2 other countries. Well, first and foremost, it is a conversation, and I think it is an important conversation for Nigeria to have. And I think it shows some openness and readiness to listen to what we don't want to hear. And I think that's where it begins. But it is also a long road to go. But what I will urge is that all the parties that are involved to remain sincere and open and be able to then take it one day at a time. But we need bold reforms in Nigeria. We need to be sure that the risks that we identify, particularly with regard to corruption, is becoming our major issue to tackle. Because when you identify your risk, then you have to show that you are mitigating that risk. If corruption is a number one problem in Nigeria, let's then show everyone that it is important by mobilizing all our resources to tackle corruption at all levels of government, at all levels of society. That's the way we can be sure that we are dealing with the problem we identify. Until we see that, then it's still work in progress. I believe that Mr. President is wholeheartedly in support of fiscal reforms in Nigeria from all the actions he has taken. So I think the National Assembly is complementing him, and it's important to support the National Assembly because the 3 arms of government are important. The judiciary is important. So everyone has to be on board. So I believe that the National Assembly is coming on board, going on with Mr. President, and we at our level, we are very pleased with this initiative, and we believe that this will complement Nigeria's efforts at reforming its institutions for the better.